So just a confirmation once again, is my voice audible, guys? Uh, so what you guys can do is just use the chat option, and therein you can just message me. Apart from that, you can use the emojis, right? Like this and like this. If you have understood, just use the thumbs up option, and otherwise just use the thumbs down option. I will be able to understand. So a very good morning to all of you. Very very good morning. You might be wondering कि sir good morning क्यों बोल रहे हैं? Why am I saying good morning? However, it is in India, it is around 6 p.m. Currently, I'm in California, US. So it's very early in the morning. It's 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So that is why I'm saying very good morning from California, US. So one thing I want to tell you, if I can be sincere and I can take classes at 5:30 a.m., you can stay sincere for 9 months and attend live classes. That is what is the first thing that I would ask from you guys. Understood my point? Just use the thumbs up, right? Okay. So, yes. So, initially, I would be discussing with you a little bit about the batch. A lot of students had questions related to how the batch would function. बैच कैसे काम करेगा इसके बारे में बहुत सारे लोगों को कुछ confusion था. So what I'll be doing is I'll be going through the important features of the batch today, and also I would be starting my classes with biochemistry. Apart from that, I will also tell you how or what will be the schedule of the classes. Okay, so we will be discussing about this. Just one quick thing. I am in California for a personal visit, and I'll be here up till I'll return back to India on July 11th. So this is a temporary arrangement that I've made, and understand that there is a time gap from India to California of 12.5 hours. That means since it is 5 a.m. in 5:30 a.m. in the morning over here, it will be 6 p.m. in the evening. So there might be some delays in which I can answer to your doubts, or if you have any doubts, or if you message me, there might be some delay for me to answer it because it might be very, very early in the morning or very late in the night. So I myself have, uh, I might take some time to answer to your queries, but this will be just up to July 11th, and after that I'll be returning back to my base in India. So then everything will be fine. Did you understand my point? So just be with me up till July 11th. Right. Okay. So once if you message something, understand that there might be very late, or you can calculate the time of California. You would be having Google. So now coming back to the important things, let me just share my screen so that we can talk about the batch first. Yes. So can you guys see my screen first thing first? क्या आप मेरा स्क्रीन देख सकते हैं? Yes, very good. Okay. So GATE PT Excel 2027 batch details. In this, I would be discussing all of the things that are important for you. So listen to this very carefully, where you will be getting the notes, how you would be getting recordings, everything. Okay. So starting with this. So notes are available for lifetime in the form of PDF. So once I complete a class, okay. So once I complete a class, आज जैसे हमने class लिया, whatever I would be teaching to you, I will be giving you handwritten notes. Handwritten notes. I do not often rely on the printed notes because handwritten notes have a feeling that you have written it by yourself. So I usually use handwritten notes in the form of PDF. I will be sharing a Google Drive link to each of the batch. So I am very sure that all of you have been segregated into batches. That means some of you would be in GATE BT batch, some of you would be in GATE Excel batch, and some of you would be in GATE BT plus Excel batch, right? So is everyone segregated into their respective batches? BT batch, BT plus Excel, and Excel batch, right? So after the class, I would be sharing the Google Drive link to all of you, to their respective batches. That means a drive link for BT batch separate, a drive link for Excel batch separate, and a drive link for BT plus Excel batch. Now in that drive link, you would be getting all the PDF notes. Suppose I'm starting with biochemistry today. There will be a folder called folder having biochemistry in it, and lecture 1 biochemistry 1, or lecture 1 covalent bonds, things like that I would be mentioning. So this would be available, or the Google form would be, or the Google Drive link would be active till the gate examination. You can download the notes on your system, and I want everyone to download the notes on their system before you start studying, so that you have the copy of the notes with yourself. Because after gate examination, there is no provision that I can give you the drive link again. तो जैसे जैसे आपके साथ नोट्स शेयर होते जाएं, उनको अपने सिस्टम पे, मोबाइल पे डाउनलोड करते जाइए. ईदर यू कैन डाउनलोड इट ऑन योर सिस्टम और यू कैन डाउनलोड इट ऑन योर मोबाइल. I will be sharing the Google Drive link on the WhatsApp group after the class. Recording of each class is available till the examination. That means whatever I am speaking is getting recorded simultaneously, and the live classes will be there, as well as recorded classes will be available for you, and you can access the recorded classes utilizing website or utilizing the app, but only one device can be used. That means if I'm using my laptop, I can watch only on laptop. If I'm using my mobile through app, I can use only on app. So that this has been done to stop multiple logins from different devices, because in the past we have seen that students take advantage of this and distribute their IDs to different people. This does not do well with us. So only one device can be used. Did you decide it, whether you want website, whether you want your laptop, or whether you want your mobile? Have Has everyone understood this? Now, another question is that how can I access the recordings? I have made a proper video for this, and after the class is completed, I will be sharing the video on the respective WhatsApp groups. You can watch that video, and it's very, very easy. You can make an account on the website and you can start watching the lectures through your laptop. If someone wants to watch it on the mobile, I can separately make a video how you can access the recordings using app. It's up to you. I will make both the videos. However, I've made the website video last night. I could not make the mobile app video. I'll be making it today. So video on how to watch, how to download app, register, and it would be available on respective WhatsApp group. Next. Initially, the link to the first 3 classes would be available on the general Telegram group also. A lot of students were requesting that we want to check out how the classes work. So we have decided that the first 3 classes are free to everyone, are demo classes. So the link to those classes would be available on the general Telegram group also. That means Instant Biology by Dr. Neeraj. So many of you would have come through that way, isn't it? तो आप में से बहुत सारे लोग जनरल टेलीग्राम ग्रुप से जुड़े होंगे क्लास करने के लिए. Am I correct? Yeah. So you can just check out how the things are working, and then you can decide कि आपको क्लास करनी है, नहीं करनी है, how you want it or not, like that. Now, per month payment option is also available. This is for those of you who are joining from outside the group. Per month payment option is available, but you have to pay the fees before 10th of each month. हर महीने 10 तारीख से पहले आपको फीस पे करनी है. And I just wanted to ask that everyone who has been joined to the WhatsApp group, आप में से जितने लोग WhatsApp group पे जुड़े हुए हैं, आप सभी लोगों ने enrollment form भर दिया है, isn't it? Has everyone filled out the enrollment form? Good. Okay. अगर किसी ने नहीं भरा है, if you have not filled it, just message me after the class, and I'll take care of that. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about. So as we progress in the batch, as we are moving into the batch, what all you would be getting. So daily practice problems, DPPs, I call it personally call it DPP, daily practice problem. So suppose I'm teaching you something on biochemistry. Suppose आज हमने covalent bond पढ़ा. So I would be giving you questions related to the covalent bond. Now you have to solve it by yourself, and the DPP only will have the answers at the end. So you can check the answers whether you have done it correctly or not. अगर आपका आंसर नहीं आ रहा है ऐसे, if you have not correctly done it, you can ask in the group. One more important thing. So just after the class, I have created one more WhatsApp group, and that is problem solving group. And this problem solving group, it would be comprising of students from all the respective groups. That means Gate BT, Gate BT plus Excel, and Gate Excel. So all the three groups, students will be merged into a problem solving group. This has been done in order to ensure that everyone is in communication with everyone. And अगर आपको कोई question नहीं आ रहा है, तो first of all discuss it with yourself. This has been the key to success for our company, for our batches, because we allow discussions amongst the students. जब तक आप discuss नहीं करोगे, you would not feel the confidence in you. Apart from that, it is necessary for qualifying the interviews also. आपको, you should be having a very broad thought process to crack the interviews. So please close your mic. Yeah. So daily practice problems would be sent in the Google Drive only. वहाँ से आप solve कर सकते हैं. It would take a couple of days because we have to cover substantial portion. Only then we can give you the questions on that. So not necessarily it will start today, but yes, it will be done in a couple of days. It will be started in a couple of days. 2 tests per subject plus mock test would be there. That means suppose we complete biochemistry, ठीक है ना? तो biochemistry के बाद I would be giving you 2 tests. जैसे biochemistry खत्म हुआ, तो 1 test would be comprising of questions from all the examinations. जैसे जो बाकी examinations का भी जो level है. Let us say some questions from CSIR level, some questions from DBT level, some questions from ICMR level. इस तरीके से. So 1 test on biochemistry would be giving you a overview that what are the different types of questions that can be asked on biochemistry. The second test on biochemistry would be specifically dedicated to GATE examination. That means वहाँ पे सिर्फ GATE के level के questions आएंगे. So first test would be on entire whatever questions can be asked. Second test would be specifically on GATE topic, so that you can get an idea कि भाई क्या पूछ सकते हैं, कितना level में पूछ सकते हैं. Have I made myself clear? समझ में आ गया? 2 tests plus subject, 2 tests per subject. And the third important thing is that mock test would be at the end of the course. So I've already told you how the 2 tests are working: GATE based plus general exam based. Many students ask me कि syllabus कब तक खत्म होगा, when will you complete the syllabus? So syllabus will be completed in the first week of January. Now, after first week of January, what will we do? We would be solving questions on GATE BT and GATE Excel. Past 5 years, 6 years, whatever questions are there, because you would be seeing that a lot is changing in the GATE biotechnology and GATE life sciences. So at least we would be solving past 5 years questions so that we get a cumulative idea that कैसे questions are रहे हैं. So revision after that. So this revision would be in the form of PYQs. 5 years. Why am I not taking from 10 years, 15 years? Because it's not relevant. Each year, GATE biotechnology is shifting towards numericals, and same can be said with Excel. Have you observed this or not? अगर आप 10 साल का पेपर देखो पुराना, वो relevant नहीं है अब. Those type of questions are not asked. So you can Riley, you can just close your video. Okay. So yeah, so at least 5 years questions I will be solving with you in the revision, and if time permits we can solve more. That is also done, but we can start from 2026, then 2025, then 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021. इस तरीके से इतने क्वेश्चन पे सॉल्व करने हमें क्लास के अंदर. Now, of course, you are free to solve more questions. आप जितना क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करोगे आपके लिए उतना अच्छा, मोर यू सॉल्व बेटर इट इज. Motivation is temporary, discipline is permanent. Last year or last 2026, in GATE BT 2026 and GATE Excel 2026, we secured almost 58 selections. That is more than 50% of the total students that joined the program. Our batch strength is limited. I personally do not believe in calling more students and getting few of them selected. No. If you are a part of this group, if you are a part of this batch, I would want you to get selected. Not only getting selected, students who know me, they would tell you that I want each and every student to aim for AIR 1. एक number, AIR already a rank 1 aim करना है. I have already achieved AIR 3, AIR 14, AIR 15, AIR 13 in the past examinations. So again this year I would be aiming at all India rank 1. तो जब तक आप वो एम नहीं देखोगे, until and unless you are seeing that aim, you would not be able to motivate yourself on a daily basis. Next, counseling help. A lot of students have difficulty in choosing the branches as well as institutes once they get selected. You might be seeing that many students are posting on LinkedIn that I have got selected and they tag me also. They are in continuous touch with me even after they have got selected कि सर मेरे को कौन सा ब्रांच चाहिए लेना है, कौन सा कॉलेज लेना चाहिए. All of this they are continuously talking to me. So uh, you also have that privilege. You can directly connect with me and you can directly ask me कि सर हमें इतनी रैंक आई है मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ. You can take guidance. That is absolutely free for every student who has joined the batch. So counseling help, very very important, and most of the students who qualify GATE, they require this guidance. So counseling help is also there. Now, next, timing for all the many students were interested in knowing the timings also. Timing for all the common topics in BT and Excel. Sir, what do you mean by the common topics? For example, biochemistry, for example, molecular biology, for example, metabolism, microbiology, immunology. All of these common topics would be completed from 6 to 7:30 p.m., the time that we are currently in. Okay. So 7:30 or maybe 8 p.m., a little longer. So you can consider that 6 to 8 p.m. if we go on a longer run, and 6 to 7:30 p.m. if we are able to complete whatever I had decided. So this is the exact thing that we will be following for BT plus Excel. Common topics जो है वो 6 से 7:30 बजे होंगे daily basis पे. For topics only in Excel, sir, what do you mean by topics only in Excel? जैसे कि एनिमल फिजियोलॉजी हो गया. तो एनिमल फिजियोलॉजी इज नॉट प्रेजेंट इन बीटी, इट्स प्रेजेंट ओनली इन एक्सेल. सो ऐसे टॉपिक्स के लिए 10 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. और 11 p.m. में भी 11 p.m. This will start in a few days. Actually, once I come back to India, then we can start this. There are a few topics that are in extra or excess in Excel. बहुत ज़्यादा टॉपिक्स नहीं है तो we can easily complete that. Ecology जैसे हो गया, evolution हो गया, dev bio हो गया. So these are some of the topics that are particularly present in Excel, not in BT. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया बाकी टॉपिक्स के लिए, टाइम टॉपिक्स फॉर एक्सेल. This will not start from today. This will not start from tomorrow. This will start when I return back to India in July. तो कम टॉपिक्स हैं, हो जाएगा. केमिस्ट्री क्लासेस फॉर एक्सेल स्टूडेंट्स. यू नो दैट एक्सेल में केमिस्ट्री भी देना पड़ेगा. Would start from 1st of September. Timings would be 7:45 p.m. और 8 p.m. क्लासेस जो है 1 to 1.5 आवर्स की होती है. रफली देयर आर 20 to 25 क्लासेस. ठीक है, इतनी क्लासेस लगभग लगभग होती है. एंड योर मैम वुड बी सॉल्विंग PYQs ऑल्सो विद यू. सो केमिस्ट्री का भी कोई टेंशन नहीं. इंजीनियरिंग मैथमेटिक्स क्लासेस, कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट थिंग. इंजीनियरिंग मैथमेटिक्स क्लासेस जो है, दे वुड बी for BT only, and they will be starting from 22nd June. Timing would be 7:45 p.m. to 8 p.m. 1 hour to 1.5 hours alternate days. So this chemistry would also be on alternate days, and engineering mathematics will also be on alternate days. But our classes 6 to 7:30 would be regular, वो regular चलेगा. So अगर आप देखें तो we are maximum taking your 1.5 2 hours classes. Generally आपको इतना ही देना पड़ेगा. I'm not asking you to come to the classes for 5 hours. ऐसी बात नहीं. जिस दिन कॉमन टॉपिक्स हुए उस दिन, और मैथ्स का क्लास हुआ उस दिन 3 hours की क्लास, मैक्स टू मैक्स. आई पर्सनली बिलीव इन गिविंग स्टूडेंट्स मोर लिबर्टी, ताकि आप खुद पढ़े एंड खुद क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर सकें. सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चंस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. I would be talking about that later. Talking about educators, you know me very well. I would be teaching you the biology portion for BT, for Excel. ठीक है. This is Dr. Priyanka Das. She is PhD Chemistry, IIT Kharagpur. She would be teaching you chemistry for Excel. And this is Chinmay Patade, AIR 3, All India Rank 3, currently in IISc Bangalore. So these educators will not only help you in studying, but they will also give you the idea that how you can clear the interview rounds of different IITs. So that is also a great thing. Books. A lot of students ask me that what or which book I should be using. What or which book I should be using. So any MCQ, do you require any other book apart from the notes? I don't think so. But since many students want to read in through the books, I can tell you that a problem approach and a problem approach by Mr. Pranav Kumar sir, वो आप ले सकते हो if you want a textbook. But what I would definitely want from all of you, any MCQ or PYQ book. Again and again I am saying that बिना क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा. If you are not practicing, if you are not solving questions, you are not getting selected. अब आपके ऊपर है आप कौन सी बुक से क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हो. तो कैसे गेट एंड अदर एग्जाम्स, ऐसा नहीं करना है कि सिर्फ गेट के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे. नो. अगर आप सिर्फ बायस्ड होके गेट के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करोगे, you will not be getting a overview that what all type of questions can be asked. So purchase a book जहाँ पे आपको गेट और दूसरे एग्जाम के भी क्वेश्चन मिल सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल पाथफाइंडर या कैटलिस्ट. I will also be giving you some books, some PDF books. Once the demo sessions are completed, I would be opening some books for you, जिसमें कुछ PYQs की भी बुक्स होंगी, जिसमें कुछ अच्छी किताबें भी होंगी, फॉरेन राइटर्स की भी बुक्स होंगी. आई विल बी गिविंग यू द PDF. इट इज ओपन, तो आप वो भी एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. गेट के लिए स्पेसिफिकली पास्ट 10 इयर्स के क्वेश्चन पेपर आपके पास होने ही चाहिए. मतलब बाकी एग्जामिनेशन के तो होने ही चाहिए. पास्ट 10 इयर्स क्वेश्चन पेपर फॉर गेट सॉल्व करना है. 10 इयर्स के क्वेश्चन पेपर आपको सॉल्व करने, you'll have to solve all the questions past 10 years. 5 years के मैं ही आपको क्लास में करा दूंगा BT Excel. Next, books. So if you find yourself in a fix with bioprocess engineering and you want to start bioprocess engineering now, this is a book that I have personally written. ये handwritten notes हैं मेरे. Bioprocess engineering and instrumentation. This is available on Amazon. And this is not very costly. I believe शायद 350 इसके आसपास होगी. तो ये बायोप्रोसेस इंजीनियरिंग की है. दिस इज अनदर बुक दैट आई हैव रिटन, गेट BT ब्लूप्रिंट. So this is past 10 years question papers along with the solution with handwritten notes, again written by me. Both of these books are present on Amazon. If you want to purchase them, you can. If you do not want to purchase them, it's up to you. आप देख सकते हैं. बट एक किताब MCQ की होनी चाहिए, PYQ की होनी चाहिए, एंड तभी आप क्वेश्चंस प्रैक्टिस कर पाओगे. What is the plan? How would be moving forward in the thing? So combined, that means from 6 to 7:30 PM जो क्लास अभी चल रही है, combined BT plus Excel, जिसमें दोनों ही लोगों को आना होगा, दोनों ही बैचेस को. इसमें what are the combined topics that we will be studying in this time? Biochemistry, molecular biology, cell biology, genetics, techniques, immunology, all of these topics will be covered over here. ओनली बीटी, ऐसे कौन से टॉपिक्स है जो सिर्फ बीटी वालों को पढ़ने? बायो प्रोसेस इंजीनियरिंग, मैथमेटिक्स, इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन, बायोटेक एप्लीकेशंस एंड बायोइन्फॉर्मेटिक्स। ऐसे कौन से टॉपिक्स है जो सिर्फ एक्सेल वालों को पढ़ने? एडवांस्ड माइक्रोबायोलॉजी, बॉटनी, zoology, इकोलॉजी, बिहेवियर एंड केमिस्ट्री। सो दिस इज सेग्रीगेशन ऑफ द टॉपिक्स। नेक्स्ट, अब क्या करना है? हाउ वुड वी बी मूविंग फॉरवर्ड इन द बैच? ये तक मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, दिस इज वेरी वेल प्लान्ड, द बैच इज वेरी वेल प्लान्ड एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू हाउ मेनी लेक्चर्स ईच टॉपिक वुड बी टेकिंग। जैसे सपोज आई एम starting with biochemistry today, roughly it will take around 30 lectures. Why? Because biochemistry is equivalent to roughly bioprocess engineering. 30 नंबर का आता है biochemistry approximately, if I'm talking about BT. एंड अगर बायोकेमिस्ट्री अच्छे से पढ़ा, देन गेट एक्सेल का बायोकेमिस्ट्री पोर्शन यू कैन इजीली क्रैक, बहुत अच्छे से हो जाएगा। सो दिस मेक्स इट वेरी वेरी एसेंशियल एंड वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। दिस इज द वे इन विच वी विल बी मूविंग फॉरवर्ड ऑल्सो। पहले लेक्चर में और पहले पार्ट में वी विल बी कंप्लीटिंग बायोकेमिस्ट्री। नेक्स्ट वी विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट मेटाबॉलिज्म, लगभग लगभग 8 लेक्चर्स। फोटोसिंथेसिस एंड मेटाबॉलिज्म यहाँ पढ़ना होगा। नेक्स्ट अप्रोक्सीमेटली 20 लेक्चर्स फॉर मॉलिकुलर बायोलॉजी, जेनेटिक्स में 20 लेक्चर्स, सेल बायोलॉजी में 18, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी में 7, इम्यूनोलॉजी में 5, टेक्निक्स में 12, बायोइन्फॉर्मेटिक्स में 5। लगभग लगभग these would be the number of lectures that we would be completing. So this almost completes in GATE BT, this almost completes approximately 80% of the syllabus. इसके बाद bioprocess रह जाता है, that I would be again completing. एंड इफ यू आर गिविंग एक्सेल, देन बायोकेमिस्ट्री भी आपका खत्म हो जाएगा एंड माइक्रोबायोलॉजी भी खत्म हो जाएगा। तो दिस इज द प्लान दैट वी वुड बी मूविंग फॉरवर्ड विद। हैव आई मेड माई सेल्फ क्लियर? ये समझ में आया आप लोगों को? क्लियर? सो आई हैव प्लान्ड एवरीथिंग, सब कुछ प्लान्ड है पहले से। इट्स जस्ट दैट कि यू फॉलो इट अच्छे से। नाउ हाउ टू स्टडी इफेक्टिवली, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्लाइड है। रिवाइज नोट्स डेली बिफोर कमिंग टू द क्लास। वट एवर आई हैव टॉट टुडे, आप पढ़ के आइए उसको कल। इफ यू हैव नॉट स्टडीड वेल, देन नो पॉइंट। Make your own notes and it should be concise. Suppose I have taught you biochemistry and let us say that it is of 500 pages biochemistry. Up those 500 pages you have to concise in 10 pages, so that when the examination is near, you are able to read those 10 pages in quick time. So it's your duty कि जो notes मैं आपको दे रहा हूँ, whatever notes I am giving you, concise it, make it in your own handwriting, write it down और उसको पढ़ना है। जब भी आपको रिकॉर्डिंग मिल रही, सपोज यू डिड नॉट अटेंड अ क्लास, रिकॉर्डिंग इज नॉट नेसेसरी if you are attending the live class. If you have not attended the live class, then only recording is required. And I have seen that a lot of students, they start attending the live class and gradually they shift on recording. This is very very bad and it is very very harmful. Recordings are a tool for you. If you are not able to attend live class for some reason, it should not be something like that कि आप उस पर rely कर जाओ, because gradually क्या होता है, the material builds up, बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाएगा material, फिर you will not be able to study it. Focus or try to attend the live classes and बाद में आप उसको पढ़ सकते हो, recording में देख सकते हो. So watch the recordings on 1.5x or 2x to save time. Solve PYQs after you complete each session or simultaneously. Manage time with your college. Suppose many of you would be in final year or third year. There is no alternative to hard work. अगर कॉलेज के साथ आप टाइम मैनेज नहीं कर पा रहे हो तो आप कैसे निकालोगे? अभी कल को यू विल बी गोइंग टू आईआईटी, वहां पे कैसे मैनेज करोगे? तो टाइम मैनेजमेंट यू हैव टू लर्न, और क्लास के साथ साथ, कॉलेज के साथ साथ हाउ यू कैन मैनेज योर स्टडीज, वो भी देखना पड़ेगा। यू हैव द नोट्स विद यू, कॉलेज लेकर के जाइए। व्हेनेवर यू आर गेटिंग द टाइम, जस्ट गो थ्रू द नोट्स। आपके पास मोबाइल में ऐप है, यू कैन वॉच द रिकॉर्डिंग थ्रू द ऐप, वहां पे एक्सेस कर सकते हो। मेक अ स्मॉल कॉपी फॉर द बायोप्रोसेस इंजीनियरिंग फॉर्मूलाज। गिव ऑल टेस्ट्स, analyze your mistakes at each step and talk to us if you need help. one step at a time. So this is the end of the batch information. I hope you understood each and everything. Give me a thumbs up अगर समझ में आ गया तो. Yeah. If you have any questions related to the batch, I would be happy to answer them. Yeah. Okay. Okay. बहुत सारे लोगों के questions हैं. The DPP will be coming in the WhatsApp group. DPP would be available on the गूगल ड्राइव जहाँ पे नोट्स मिल रहे होंगे उसमें वहीं पर डीपीपी का भी एक कॉलम होगा डीपीपी का भी एक ऑप्शन होगा वहाँ पे मिल जाएगा सर आई हैव अ डाउट in the exam next year I'm in the third year now and clear it can I use a score again to yes so the gate examination score is valid for 2 years that means आप थर्ड ईयर में भी उसको यूज कर सकते हो फोर्थ ईयर में यूज कर सकते हो कोई दिक्कत नहीं सर आई नीड सम गाइडेंस on time management can you please guide me so we would be talking as the course as the course progresses but sir we have told that you would be providing everyone of us some hard copy of the books. No, hard copy of the book would not be provided. No, only the notes in the PDF form would be provided, not hard copy. This is an online batch. Sir, would it be possible for us to get your handwritten notes before the class so that instead of concentrating on writing the notes, we can listen to? You would be getting the notes. You do not have to write it down in the class. I am again saying you do not have to write any notes in the class. You just listen to me whatever I am saying. I would be giving the PDF as it is to you. Now from that PDF, you can just note it down whatever you want. Okay. Sir, I think timing of regular classes 6 to 8 is clashing with engineering mathematics. No, it's not like that. 6 to 7:30, I would be taking classes. Max to max 7:45. And after that, engineering mathematics on in and whenever the engineering mathematics classes will be starting, I would be cutting short my time. I would be ending at 7:30, let us say. So Chinmay would be starting at 8 p.m. Okay. Sir, does the PhD also require GATE score? If you want to pursue a PhD from IIT or an IISc, then you can get, if you can get a rank in GATE below 100, then you have a good chance of getting a PhD. One of my students from Chinmay's batch only, you would know Charu. She got direct PhD AIR 14 in GATE BT 2025. She scored 2025. She scored AIR 14 in GATE BT 2025. She was a BTech. She directly qualified the PhD interviews and she is currently doing a PhD in IISc Bangalore. Sir, I haven't joined the batch yet. Can I join today? Yes. Sir, how many days you can join it today? Sir, how many days the class is in the week? Also for the alternative maths class, the maths class is continued after the regular classes. So the maths class is mostly 20 to 22 classes. It will be on alternative days. So you do not need to worry too much about that. And how many classes are there in the week? Mostly Monday to Saturday classes will be there. Some Sundays we will be having the GA classes, but I would not be starting it right now. I would be starting when I return back to India. So कुछ Sundays को GA classes होंगी and the GA classes would be hardly for 1 hour in the morning, 11 a.m. starting somewhere around 11 a.m. And maths class is discontinued after the regular. Yes, maths class 2022 classes होंगी उसके बाद वो कोर्स खत्म हो जाएगा मैथ्स का एंड देन रेगुलर क्लासेस जो चल रही है वो चलती रहेंगी. What's the link of the Telegram channel? So we are not having any Telegram group as of now. कोई Telegram group की जरूरत नहीं है. Previously I was thinking of Telegram group, but the material that I was sending on the Telegram group वो बहुत इसको बोलते हैं ना, it's difficult to find the lectures on the Telegram group. So what I have decided is I will be sending the Google Drive link. उसी पे आपको सारे PDF notes you will be getting over there. From which month engineering mathematics class will start? I have already said 22nd of June. 22 जून से अभी कुछ दिन बाद से classes शुरू हो जाएंगी. Any other question? Mathematics class would be for around 20 to 22. So this is not the right time to talk about the career perspectives. We can talk about it later. I'm just asking about whether any detail I have missed or you want to ask about the GATE BT and Excel batch that is starting from today. Anything that you would want to talk about? कोई कोई सवाल जो आपको नहीं समझ में आया हो इस बैच के रिगार्डिंग अभी? Is it clear? Just give me a thumbs up if everything is clear. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So अभी के लिए एक बात मैं और बताता हूँ. After the class, I would be sending you the link of a problem solving group. WhatsApp group का एक link भेजूंगा. Problem solving group का. Join that problem solving group so that you can upload your problems, whatever questions. Uh, sir, according to you, do you? So this PDF would be sent to you. Okay. So this PDF would be sent to you. You can use that. I have mentioned the timeline. कितने lectures किस topic पे होंगे वो भी बता रखा है. So you can use that. Sir, according to you, uh, do you suggest this batch is good for gate repeaters? Definitely, definitely it is good for gate repeaters. So what all I'll be sending you. So first thing, the Google Drive link. Let me just write it down. Yes, this PDF will be sent to you. This PDF will be sent to all the uh, people who have already joined the WhatsApp groups. So what I'll be giving you, just a quick mention. इस class के बाद I will be sending you Google Drive link. What you would be getting on the Google Drive? You would be getting the lecture PDF plus DPPs. अभी डीपीपी शुरू नहीं हो सकती बिकॉज अभी हमने कुछ पढ़ा नहीं है. तो आफ्टर अ कपल ऑफ डेज व्हेन आई स्टार्ट गिविंग यू डीपीपीज आई विल बी इन्फॉर्मिंग यू कि डीपीपी मेंशन होना शुरू होगी. So I'll be giving you the first thing, Google Drive link. Second thing, I would also be sending you the problem solving group link. ये कैसा ग्रुप होगा? व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप. इसको ज्वाइन करना है. ये ये थर्ड, वीडियो. कैसा वीडियो सर? व्हाट टाइप ऑफ वीडियो? ऑन हाउ यू कैन एक्सेस द रिकॉर्डिंग्स. Recording access through website or app. ठीक है. These are the three things that I will be sending it to you. इसको देख लीजिएगा. और जब once you see the video, you will have to send me the your registered email ID. मैंने वीडियो में सारी चीजें बता रखी हैं. What you have to do, बस उस वीडियो को देख लीजिएगा. And once you watch the video, after watching the video, just send me your registered email ID. ये काम कर देना है. So these are the three things. कुछ मिला के समरी ये हो गया. ये पीडीएफ आपको मिल जाएगा. यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस पीडीएफ, यू विल बी गेटिंग द प्लान. सारी चीजें इसमें मेंशन्ड है. आप उसको पढ़ सकते हैं. कोई भी दिक्कत होगी तो अगेन आई एम अवेलेबल, आप पूछ सकते हैं. ठीक है. ओके सर, एक और क्वेश्चन किसी ने पूछा है. सर, डू वी गेट द टू टेस्ट आफ्टर अ मेजर टॉपिक इज कंप्लीटेड? यस. ऐसा नहीं है कि यू वुड बी गेटिंग द टू टेस्ट साइमल्टेनियसली. नो, दैट वुड नॉट मेक मच सेंस. तो सबसे पहला टेस्ट वो होता है in which you would be getting questions from all the examinations. That would be just after complete. Suppose I've completed biochemistry. The next Sunday, I would be giving you the test that comprises of all the questions from all the examinations. अब एक महीने बाद, let us say कि आप biochemistry भूलने लगे होगे, you would be starting to forget biochemistry. Then again, I will be giving you a date that when I would be giving you the gate based test. इससे क्या होगा? You would be in continuation, you would be continuously, you will have to revise. तो जब मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ तब भी पढ़ रहे हो, आप पढ़ रहे हो तब भी पढ़ रहे हो, क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर रहे हो तब भी पढ़ रहे हो, टेस्ट हो रहा है, पहला टेस्ट तब भी पढ़ रहे हो, सेकेंड टेस्ट में भी आप पढ़ रहे हो. So this is the concept. Did you understand my point? So when we complete biochemistry, तब molecular biology, तब microbiology, तब इस तरीके से. So does the PDF notes you send have well explained notes or like a note with main points only? अभी you would be understanding. I'll be showing you कैसे notes हैं. ठीक है ना. लाइक ऑल क्वेश्चंस इंक्लूडेड, ऑल क्वेश्चंस कैसे इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं अनुजी? ऑल क्वेश्चंस इंक्लूड करेंगे तब तो किताब बन जाएगी ना पूरी. द इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस दैट आर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन. ठीक है. इज दैट क्लियर? शुरू कर सकते हैं अब क्लास अपनी. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन दैट यू हैव? Is the screen visible? Can you just confirm? ठीक है. अब देखो मैं एक बार दिखा भी देता हूँ कि बिकॉज मेनी स्टूडेंट्स वर आस्किंग अबाउट द नोट्स. सो दिस इज द नोट्स. आप देख सकते हो एवरीथिंग हैज बीन मेंशन्ड एंड एवरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट हैज आल्सो बीन मेंशन्ड. देखो यहाँ पे फॉर पीपल हु आर आस्किंग कि कैसे होंगे नोट्स, आप जरा देख सकते हो कि this would be, I have mentioned important also. That means wherever I have mentioned important, it has been asked in the GATE examination, CSIR examination. Again you can see यहाँ पे देखो with proper diagrammatic representations कहाँ कहाँ से क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है वो भी बताया हुआ है. ये देखो ये क्वेश्चन भी आया हुआ है, ये क्वेश्चन भी कराया हुआ है. नेक्स्ट, और कौन से क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं, वट एवर क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड फ्रॉम अ पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक. ये देखो यहाँ पे ये, this is a question that I would be doing in the class, this is a question that I would be doing in the class, these are the questions that I would be doing in the class. तो ऐसे नोट्स मिलेंगे रोज. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड नाउ? अभी नोट्स का डाउट क्लियर हो गया जिसको भी नोट्स का डाउट था? ठीक है. ओके चलो. तो क्वेश्चंस भी होंगे क्लास में, क्वेश्चंस होंगे और क्लास के बाद डीपीपीज में भी क्वेश्चन मिलेंगे. सो आई पर्सनली बिलीव दैट इफ यू आर डूइंग क्वेश्चंस ऑन अ डेली बेसिस, आपके सिलेक्शन को कोई नहीं रोक सकता. बट इफ यू ओनली स्टडी थ्योरी तो सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा. प्रैक्टिस एज मच एज पॉसिबल. ट्राई एंड गेट AIR 1. आप में से जितने लोग MSc हैं एंड यू वांट टू डू अ PhD, गेट जरूरी है. CSIR नेट इज नाउ गेटिंग कंबाइंड विद DBT फ्रॉम December. तो आप में से जो लोग MSc हैं एंड दे वांट टू डू अ PhD, तो बहुत मुश्किल है. CSIR DBT का सिलेबस कंबाइंड हो जाएगा, देन इट विल बी वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट. सो द बेस्ट वे अराउंड इज टू क्रैक गेट एंड गेट AIR अंडर 100 एंड देन गिव इंटरव्यूज इन डिफरेंट IITs. वो एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. दूसरी चीज है, जो लोग बीटेक कर रहे हैं, दोज हु आर डूइंग देयर बीटेक, डायरेक्ट PhD ऑप्शन है IITs में. इफ यू गेट अ गुड रैंक तो आपको PhD डायरेक्टली मिल जाएगी. डू नॉट हैव टू स्पेंड 2 years इन योर MTech. और अगर अच्छी रैंक नहीं भी आई देन ऑल्सो यू आर गेटिंग MTech. MTech मिल ही रहा है. तो गेट के एग्जामिनेशन की ये वैल्यू है. अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर आई वुड वांट टू टेल यू इज, इफ यू स्टडी वेल फॉर गेट, अगर अच्छे से गेट की तैयारी करी, देन DBT निकलेगा इस साल. I did not teach up till now for DBT JRF. अभी तक DBT JRF के लिए नहीं पढ़ाता था, बट आई थॉट कि इस साल पढ़ाऊंगा. आई ओनली टीच फॉर गेट एंड गैट बी बिकॉज आई डू नॉट हैव दैट मच ऑफ टाइम. मैंने सिर्फ गेट के लिए पढ़ाया था. 2 of my students गॉट सेलेक्टेड इन DBT JRF फ्रॉम द सेम मटेरियल. जो पढ़ाया आपको पढ़ाऊंगा सेम मटेरियल से DBT JRF निकलेगा. इफ आई एम सेइंग कि गेट अच्छे से पढ़ा तो आप DBT JRF निकाल सकते हो. यू कैन क्रैक ICMR, यू कैन क्रैक CUET PG, यू कैन क्रैक गैट बी एग्जामिनेशन. ये सारा क्रैक कर सकते हैं. CSIR आई एम नॉट सेइंग बिकॉज CSIR हैज इन डेप्थ क्वेश्चंस. वो गेट के लेवल से थोड़ा ज्यादा है, तो उसकी बात नहीं कर सकता. बट ये सारे एग्जाम हम क्रैक कर सकते हैं इफ हम ठीक से पढ़ेंगे तो. ठीक है. तो आई बिलीव कि अभी तो हम लोग आगे शुरू करना है. सो व्हेन आई से बायोकेमिस्ट्री, आज से बायोकेमिस्ट्री शुरू कर रहे हैं. सो अप्रोक्सीमेटली इफ यू आर गिविंग गेट बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, दिस पोर्शन वुड बी कमिंग फॉर 30 marks. और एक्सेल में तो पूरा सेक्शन ही है, उसकी बात ही छोड़ दीजिए. नाउ बायोकेमिस्ट्री, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय बायोकेमिस्ट्री? It has chemistry in it. Sir, chemistry तो it's already a subject. What was the need of bringing a new subject, biochemistry? क्या जरूरत है? So when I say biochemistry, it is a combination of two terms. First term is bio, it means cells. And then the next term is chemistry. You all know what chemistry is. So in biochemistry, we only study about those elements that are required in the human body or are required in a biological system. इन केमिस्ट्री वी स्टडी अबाउट ऑल द एलिमेंट्स, जितने एलिमेंट्स हैं उन सब के बारे में पढ़ना पड़ता है. बट व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट बायोकेमिस्ट्री, आई ओनली have to study about the elements that are present in the human system. केवल ह्यूमन सिस्टम में जो चीजें हैं उनके बारे में हमें पढ़ना पड़ता है. ठीक है, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. तो बायो मीन्स सेल्स, केमिस्ट्री मीन्स एटम्स एंड मॉलिक्यूल्स. सो स्टडी ऑफ बायोमोलिक्यूल्स. सर व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय बायोमोलिक्यूल्स? So molecules present in the cell or body are referred to as biomolecules. So when we study biomolecules, then this study is called as biochemistry. ठीक, ये पॉइंट समझ में आ गया. अब अगला क्वेश्चन आता है. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट कम्स टू माइंड इज दैट व्हाट आर द एलिमेंट्स दैट आर प्रेजेंट इन अ बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम. कौन कौन से एलिमेंट्स हैं? तो द एलिमेंट्स दैट आर प्रेजेंट इन द बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम आर कार्बन, हाइड्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन, सल्फर, फॉस्फोरस, पोटेशियम. CHONSPK, चॉन्स कह सकते हैं इसको. So these are the elements that are present in the biological system. This has been asked in CSIR also. This has been asked in GATE examination also. तो पहला पॉइंट जो याद रखना है, the first point that you have to remember is what are the elements that are present in the biological system. CHONSPK. अब आप पूछोगे सर ये सब तो ठीक है, which is the highest? तो कार्बन, हाइड्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन एंड नाइट्रोजन, they comprise of 96% of the living matter. अब कार्बन आप देख लो, it is present in all the biological molecules. Hydrogen is present in water, oxygen is present in water, and majority of the material that is present inside the cell is water only. Nitrogen is present in प्रोटीन्स, बायोलॉजिकल मॉलिक्यूल्स जैसे न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स या न्यूक्लिक एसिड्स में पाया जाता है नाइट्रोजन. तो CHON इट कंप्राइजेस ऑफ 96% ऑफ लिविंग मैटर. इसके अलावा PCASNK इट इज प्रेजेंट इन 3% ऑफ द लिविंग मैटर. रेस्ट जो है वो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 1% है. यहाँ से क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है इस पे से, और ये पूछा गया है. सो दीज आर द टू थिंग्स दैट हैव बीन आस्क्ड इतने मटेरियल में से. So that is why I am saying कि I would be marking each and everything, and what you have to do is अपने notes में ये सब mention करिए. Now the next thing that comes to mind is what are the biomolecules that we are going to study. सबसे पहली चीज we have to study about amino acids, carbohydrates, vitamins, lipids, proteins, nucleic acids. इतनी चीजें हमें पढ़नी है. इसमें से भी कोई पूछे, समवन आस्क कि इसमें से भी क्या सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, व्हाट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग अमंग्स दिस बायोमोलिक्यूल्स. तो अमाइनो एसिड एंड प्रोटीन्स. मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चंस ऑन बायोमोलिक्यूल्स और ऑन बायोकेमिस्ट्री आर आस्क्ड फ्रॉम अमाइनो एसिड्स एंड प्रोटीन्स. इन दो टॉपिक से क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. और प्रोटीन्स मेजरली दे फंक्शन एज एंजाइम्स, यहां से भी क्वेश्चन आते हैं. इसके बाद न्यूक्लिक एसिड से क्वेश्चन आते हैं, फिर कार्बोहाइड्रेट से, विटामिन से. तो ये सारा का सारा टॉपिक काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. जल्दी से मुझे बताइए कि इज दिस मच क्लियर टू यू और नॉट. क्या यहाँ तक क्लियर हो गया? कोई सवाल तो नहीं है किसी के मन में? ओके, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, बिफोर डाइविंग डीप इनटू द मटेरियल, I would be talking about bonding a little bit, क्योंकि a lot of questions in GATE examination is asked on the bonding, chemical bonding. मतलब directly अगर question नहीं भी आए, if they are also not talking directly or not asking directly, but indirectly a lot of questions are asked. So let us briefly discuss about bonding, chemical bonding जो chapter है. थोड़ी सी बातें करते हैं इसके बारे में, it's important. बॉन्डिंग में सबसे पहले बॉन्ड्स कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू टू टाइप्स. जितने भी केमिकल बॉन्ड्स हैं, यू कैन डिवाइड इट इनटू टू टाइप्स. वन इज कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड एंड द अदर वन इज नॉन कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. तो एक बॉन्ड हो गया कोवेलेंट और दूसरा बॉन्ड हो गया नॉन कोवेलेंट. सर, on what basis are you dividing it on covalent and non covalent? On the basis of bond energy. यहाँ पे देख सकते हो, this is bond energy. So कहने का क्या मतलब है, those bonds that are very strong bonds, जिनको break करने में, if I want to break a particular bond, I require a lot of energy. Such type of bonds are called as covalent bonds. These are strong bonds and they require a lot of energy to break. इनको तोड़ने के लिए बहुत एनर्जी लगेगी. But if I talk about non-covalent bonds, non-covalent bonds are weak bonds. इनको तोड़ने में बहुत एनर्जी नहीं लगती. We do not require a lot of energy to break these kinds of bonds. That is why I am calling them as weak bonds. So bonds are of two types: covalent bonds, non-covalent bonds. Covalent bonds are strong bonds, non-covalent bonds are weak bonds. So let us start a little bit about strong bonds. थोड़ा सा strong bond के बारे में डिस्कशन शुरू करते हैं. अगर कोई पूछे कि स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉन्ड्स कौन से हैं, सबसे पहला एग्जांपल स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉन्ड्स का कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड ही है. तो आई डिवाइडेड इट इनटू टू पार्ट्स, कोवेलेंट एंड नॉन कोवेलेंट. तो स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉन्ड का सबसे पहला एग्जांपल, द फर्स्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ द स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉन्ड इज कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. अभी कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड क्या होता है, कैसे बनता है, दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. कोवेलेंट bonds are formed by sharing of electrons. दो atoms हैं, they are sharing the electrons with each other, then only the covalent bonds are formed. अब एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे let us talk about ऑक्सीजन. ऑक्सीजन में this is one atom, this is another atom. यहाँ पे हम दो bonds बनाते हैं, these are the two bonds, and the electrons are being shared amongst the two oxygens. दो ऑक्सीजन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आपस में शेयर कर रहे हैं. ऑक्सीजन का आउटर मोस्ट जो अ, जो जो ऑक्सीजन का जो जो एटॉमिक नंबर है वो कितना है, कोई बता सकता है? कैन एनीवन टेल व्हाट इज द एटॉमिक नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन?
8.
या, तो प्लीज टाइप इट इन द मैसेज में टाइप करें तो ज्यादा बेहतर. सो इट इज 8. अगर उसका कॉन्फ़िगरेशन देखें तो इट कैन बी 2,6. ठीक है. तो अगर हम देखें तो ये जो हमारा जस्ट मिनट, ये दिस ऑक्सीजन has 6 electrons in the outermost orbital. It requires 2 more to complete its octet. And the same thing applies to this oxygen. तो ये अपने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को शेयर करते हैं. ये भी ऑक्सीजन 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन अपने यूज कर रहा है, ये ऑक्सीजन 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अपने यूज कर रहा है. So this oxygen is also getting a complete octet and this oxygen is also getting a complete octet like this. 6 अपने पास थे, 2 दूसरे ने दे दिए तो 8 पूरा हो गया. 6 इसके पास भी थे, 2 इसने दे दिए, octet पूरा हो गया. So over here we can see that a sharing of electrons is there. But if you look at this oxygen atom and this oxygen atom, these are the same atoms, right? Both the atoms are of oxygen only. And since both the atoms are of oxygen only, they have equal electronegativities. अब सवाल उठता है, सर what do you mean by electronegativity? By electronegativity, I mean the tendency to pull electron towards itself. इलेक्ट्रॉन को अपनी तरफ खींचने की tendency is called as electronegativity. Now, since both the atoms are of oxygen only, they have equal electronegativities. So the shared electrons lie just at the center. जो shared electrons है वो बीचों बीच में रहते हैं. They are present just at the center because both oxygens have equal electronegativities. That is why this kind of covalent bond where the electrons are present right at the center, they are not pulled over here or they are not pulled over here. ऐसे इलेक्ट्रॉन या ऐसे बॉन्ड को हम नॉन पोलर कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड कहते हैं. वी कॉल इट एज नॉन पोलर कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. Why non-polar? Because this electron or these electrons are neither pulled in this direction nor pulled in this direction. Same thing can be given for hydrogen also. So you know that two hydrogen atoms can be combined together by one covalent bond, and each of these hydrogens has one electron. तो ये भी one electron share कर रहा है, ये one electron share कर रहा है. So in this way this is completing its doublet. In this way this is completing its doublet. तो कहने का मतलब ये हो गया कि the electrons are again present at the center. They are not pulled over this side or that side. इसीलिए no polarity, that means non-polar covalent bond. So these are the two examples. तो कहने की बात ये है, the summary of this thing is that when the atoms are of similar electronegativities or same electronegativities, then the electrons are neither pulled in one direction or the other direction. Because of this, it is called as non-polar covalent bonds. And covalent bond will always be formed by sharing of electrons. अब अगर हम बात करना चाहें पोलर कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड की, इफ आई वांट टू टॉक अबाउट पोलर कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड, इन केस ऑफ पोलर कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड अनइक्वल शेयरिंग विल बी देयर. आप पूछोगे सर कैन यू गिव एनी एग्जांपल? यस, वाटर को देखते हैं. लेट अस टॉक अबाउट वाटर. वाटर हैज ऑक्सीजन एंड हाइड्रोजन. देयर आर टू हाइड्रोजन्स प्रेजेंट एंड वन ऑक्सीजन प्रेजेंट. Hydrogen and oxygen are having a covalent bond because of the sharing of electrons. तो ये हाइड्रोजन अपना एक इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर कर रहा है, ये ऑक्सीजन अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर कर रहा है. बट द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट हाइड्रोजन इज हैविंग वेरी लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी. इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी बहुत कम है. देयरफॉर हाइड्रोजन इज नॉट एबल टू पुल द इलेक्ट्रॉन टुवर्ड्स इटसेल्फ. अपनी तरफ इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं खींच पाता. इसकी वजह से बिकॉज ऑफ दिस द ऑक्सीजन हैज द मेजर चंक ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. ऑक्सीजन के पास सबसे ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन उसकी तरफ डाइवर्टेड रहता है. हाइड्रोजन डज नॉट हैव इलेक्ट्रॉन्स टुवर्ड्स इटसेल्फ. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस हाइड्रोजन हैज पार्शियल पॉजिटिव एंड ऑक्सीजन हैज पार्शियल नेगेटिव चार्ज. जब इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑक्सीजन की तरफ हो गया देन ऑब्वियसली oxygen has more electrons clouds towards itself. Therefore it is having partial negative. I am not saying completely negative. Remember, this is not completely negative charge or completely positive charge. I am talking about partial charge. Partial charge और complete charge में अंतर है. When you say partial charge, it will always be because of the polar nature of the bond. And when you say complete charge, it will be on the basis of ions. जब ions बन जाएंगे, I will be talking about ionic bond a little later. तो ये हो गया partial charges. Polarity has developed. Polarity का मतलब क्या हो गया? Formation of poles. तो ये एक पोल हो गया partial negative, ये एक पोल हो गया partial positive. That is why polar covalent bond कहते हैं इसको. तो एक बात summarize कर लेते हैं कि when the electronegativity is same, non-polar covalent. When the electronegativity difference is high, for example in oxygen and hydrogen, polar covalent bond. इतनी चीज मुझे समझ में आ गई. क्या यहाँ तक की बात क्लियर हो गई? Just give me a thumbs up if you have understood this. Vismaya, did you understand? Vismaya, did you understand? Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, Vismaya, what I'm trying to say is that when I'm talking about covalent bond, then covalent bond can be of two types. It can be when the electrons are shared equally, and it can also be when the electrons are shared unequally. For example, in case of oxygen, you can see that both the atoms are of same type. That means both the atoms are oxygen only. So since both the atoms have equal electronegativities, what do you mean by electronegativity? The tendency to pull the electrons. Okay. So because the atoms are having equal electronegativities, the shared electrons are present right at the center. That means there is no polarity because this oxygen and this oxygen atom both have equal electronegativities. None of them is able to pull the electron towards itself. Same thing applies to hydrogen. Both the atoms are of hydrogen only. There is no polarity because the shared electron is present right at the center. This is called as non-polar covalent bond. But let us talk about polar covalent bond. In case of polar covalent bonds, unequal sharing is seen. Example is water. So this is oxygen and this is hydrogen. Hydrogen has less electronegativity. Oxygen has more electronegativity. Therefore, oxygen will be pulling the electron towards itself, and therefore oxygen will be partial negative and hydrogen will be partial positive. When I say partial negative, partial positive, this is different from complete charges. This is different from positive and negative. I am writing partial negative, partial positive because it is a partial transfer of electrons, not complete transfer. If there is a complete transfer, then ionic bond will be formed, not covalent bond. Over here, we are talking about covalent bond. So over here, polarity develops and polar covalent bond. You can see this as a polar covalent bond. Now, did you understand, Vismaya? Is my voice audible? Everyone? Yeah. Yes. It's audible to everyone, I believe. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So now let us move on to the next topic. So हमने we have completed talking about the covalent bond, polar covalent and non-polar covalent bond के बारे में बताया. Now let us talk about what are the different types of covalent bonds that are seen in biochemistry. That means examples of covalent bonds. So the bonds that come under the category of strong bonds or covalent bonds are phosphodiester bond. Very important. This has been asked multiple times in the examination. So phosphodiester bond, where is it seen? In case of nucleic acids, it is a strong bond, or you can say it is a covalent bond. Peptide bond, where is it seen? It is seen in proteins. It is a covalent bond. Disulfide bond, where is it seen? Proteins again. Glycosidic bond, where is it seen? Carbohydrates. So all of these are examples of covalent bonds. All of these are example of strong bonds, and this question has also been asked in the examination. So I hope this topic is clear. Yeah. Sir, if electronegativity of one atom is equals to electronegativity of second atom, then also it is non-polar bond. So if electronegativity of one atom is equals to electronegativity of second atom, that is what we want to ask. If both the electronegativities are same, then it is non-polar covalent bond.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I mean that if the electronegativity of one atom is equal to that of the two atoms, let us say there are three atoms, and
Hmm.
electronegativity of one atom is equal to the other two atoms. So then also it is non-polar.
No, we are not talking about the number of atoms over here. We are just talking about the bond that is present between two atoms. जो बॉन्ड बना होगा वो तो दो ही एटम्स के बीच में होगा ना. So one bond can be polar covalent or can be non-polar covalent. Did you understand my point? So it does not
Yes.
depend upon the number of atoms that are taking part. दो तीन चार हो सकते, but we are talking about one particular bond. That bond can be polar, that bond can be non-polar depending upon the electronegativity of the two atoms. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is extremely important. Please note it down in your copies when you get the notes. Now, let us move forward in the or to the next topic.
Sir,
Yes.
excuse me.
हाँ जी बोलिए.
Sir, this PDF and the written elements are the notes itself, or there are some other notes that we do have to take down on our copies after class?
No, this is what you would be getting.
Okay, sir. So today itself you'll upload it, right?
Yeah, just after the class. PDF notes would be available just after the class, but recordings take 2 hours of time. Google requires 2 hours of 2.5 hours of time of processing. Recordings would be available a little later, but the notes would be available just after the class.
All
Okay.
right, sir.
And the recording links, yeah, just one more thing. The first three recording links would be available on the WhatsApp group itself, because students from outside the group, outside the your groups or Telegram group are also attending the classes. And abhi there will be many students who will require time to register on the website or on the app. So to give you time to acclimatize or to adapt to the system, the first three recordings would be directly given, or the link of the recordings would be directly given on the WhatsApp group. Meanwhile, when you start registering on the website, when you start registering on the app, it will be available on the app also. मैं ऐप पे डाल दूंगा, वेबसाइट पे भी डाल दूंगा. इट्स जस्ट दैट कि शुरुआत की 3 क्लासेस आपको व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे भी रिकॉर्डिंग मिल जाएगी. इज इट क्लियर एवरीवन? या. So just to make things easier for everyone. Now, there is one more strong bond. So we have talked about the strong bond. We have talked about the covalent bond. And I said that covalent bond is a strong bond. मैंने आपको बताया. Covalent bond is a strong bond. Is there any other bond that can also be called as a strong bond? Yes, metallic bond. Metallic bond is also or can also be considered as a strong bond. But metallic bond does not have that much of importance with respect to biochemistry. But one of the questions in GA has been asked on metallic bond. That is why I have to complete this. Metallic bond is a strong bond, and it is seen in case of metals only. Obviously, metals or metal ions are seen in biochemistry, but they are just used as what do you say, assisting elements in case of enzymes. How is metallic bond formed? इसको समझ लेते हैं. Now you would be knowing that a metal ion is very big in size. A metal is having a lot of electronic shells, and the valence electron is present in the outermost shell. The nucleus that is present at the center, it does not have much control on the valence electrons. So what happens is this valence electron, it will be moving outside. That means it will move outside the metal. So all the metal atoms have these kind of electrons that will be moving out of the metal, and because of this, the parent metal atom would become positively charged. For instance, this is what I'm talking about. So this metal atom will become positively charged, and you can see the negative or the electron, it is moved outside the metal atom. So this red dot over here, you can see this is an electron, and the metal atom or the parent atom becomes positively charged. Because of this, the metal appears like this. There is a continuous source of electron cloud around the metal. So this is what it looks like. ऐसे दिखता है. This is what I have written. Parent atom becomes positively charged and cloud of wandering electron appears. So this is the cloud of wandering electrons. Okay. So this C or cloud that is negatively charged interacts with the positive charged atom. Obviously, this will be interacting with the positively charged atom. Because of this, the important point that I wanted to tell you, this has been asked in the examination. Metal has a positive or a shiny luster. Rather than positive, I should say that it has a shiny luster. It has malleability. It has conductivity because of this sea of electrons only. So this question has been asked, that why are metals considered to be conductive in nature? Because of this sea of electrons. Or there is a shiny luster to the metals because of this only. But again, metallic ion is not, metallic bond is not very common in biochemistry. That is why we can focus upon covalent bonds only for biochemistry portion. But since this question has been asked, that is why I wanted to complete this. So hopefully this was about the strong bonds. So covalent bond we have discussed, and we have discussed about the metallic bond. So let us move forward and talk about weak bond now. A lot of students get confused when I say weak bond. जब अभी तक आपने chemistry जब पढ़ी होगी, if you have studied chemistry in your basic classes, then you would say that ionic bonds are strong bonds. Chemistry में यही पढ़ाया जाता है. In chemistry, teachers say that ionic bonds are strong bonds. But when I'm teaching biochemistry, I'm teaching it under weak bonds. Why is that so? Because the nature of ionic bond depends upon the solvent. In chemistry, we are not talking about biological conditions. Then the ionic bond is considered as a strong bond. But in case of cellular environment, in case of cell, inside a cell, when we study biochemistry, we are talking about, or we are talking about the conditions inside the cell. Cell is mostly water. अब इस पानी में, if a ion is present, or if a ionic compound is present, then the ionic bond would be very weak in nature. Why? अभी क्यों ऐसा होता है? I'll be talking about that a little later. But in biochemical perspective, ionic bond is weak. तो जब dry conditions की बात करते हैं, that means in chemistry, ionic bond is considered strong. But in aqueous condition, that means in biochemistry, it is a weak bond. When I was talking about covalent bond, specifically in polar covalent bond, I said that the transfer of electrons is partial. That is why I was saying partial positive, partial negative, because the transfer of electrons was partial. It was not complete. But in case of ionic bond, the transfer of electrons would be complete. For example, A, if A atom gives off electrons, electron has been released from A atom, so A becomes positively charged and it is called as cation. B atom, if it accepts electron, it becomes B negative. This is called as anion. So over here, when an ion is formed, let us say cation or let us say anion, there is complete transfer of electrons, not partial. This is the major difference between covalent and ionic bonds. एक और बहुत important बात, one very important point. Whenever ionic bond will be formed, the difference you will see, the difference of electronegativities would be very, very high. The difference between electronegativities is large in case of ionic bonds. In case of covalent bonds, the electronegativity difference can be a little bit. In case of polar covalent, non-polar covalent में there is no electronegativity difference. Example यहाँ पे देखें, sodium chloride. All of us know that when you dissolve sodium chloride in water, or when you put sodium chloride in water in aqueous environment, sodium will be positive charged, chlorine would be negative charged. Why? Sodium has donated its electrons and chlorine has accepted the electron. So therefore, it has a complete transfer of electrons. In covalent bond, the complete transfer of electrons was not there. तो यहाँ पे जब हम NaCl देखते हैं, NaCl has ionic bond. Now this is a general idea about the sodium and chlorine. It has 11 protons, 11 electrons. When the sodium ion gives electrons, what happens is sodium has 11 protons and 10 electrons. क्योंकि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट कर दिया, one electron has been donated. Previously sodium had 11 protons and 11 electrons. Once it donates its electrons, protons remains the same but electrons is one less, so sodium becomes positively charged. Similar to this is chlorine, 17 protons, 17 electrons. But when this electron is added to chlorine, or the number of electron becomes one more, 18 electrons, therefore it becomes negatively charged. That means complete transfer of electrons is seen in case of ionic bond. Questions have not been asked on this. Question has been asked on this electrostatic interaction. Question has been asked on this concept that what is the force of interaction between two charges. Let us say the two charges are Q1 and Q2. Q1 is one charge and Q2 is another charge. The radius between them is R. The distance between them is R. Epsilon is the dielectric constant. अभी मैं बताऊंगा what do you mean by dielectric constant. अभी I'll come to that. So electrostatic interaction or the force of interaction between the two ions, how can we calculate that? इसके बारे में जरा देखिए. If epsilon for water is 78.5 and if epsilon for acetone is 20.7, which one of the following will have more electrostatic interaction and how many folds? What is epsilon? Epsilon is dielectric constant. Let us first of all understand what dielectric constant is. Dielectric constant is the ability of a solvent. Again, I'm saying dielectric constant is the ability of a solvent to reduce the interaction between the two charges. If first charge is Q1, second charge is Q2. Dielectric constant is the ability of the solvent. What is the solvent over here? Water. What is the ability of the water to reduce interaction between the two charges? In this question, they are saying that, or they have given the dielectric constant of water, that is 78.5, and acetone, that is 20.7. Now they are asking कि electrostatic interaction किसमें ज़्यादा होगा and how many folds, which one will be having more electrostatic interaction and how many folds. So I want you to calculate this quickly. जल्दी से बताइए what should be the answer. Depending upon the formula that I have given you over here, can you tell me what should be the answer?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can I say acetone because it has a lower number than water? So based on that.
Uh, take a little bit of time and then uh, answer. How many folds also I am asking. And I request all of you to use the chat box to give your answers. Only if you have a particular question, you can unmute yourself. Yes, quickly. What should be the answer of this? Which one will have more electrostatic interaction and how many folds? That is also being asked. Yes, very good, Vartika. Good. So I'm saying if epsilon for water is 75, That means dielectric constant for water has been given as 78.5 and dielectric constant of acetone has been given as 20.7. Which one will have more electrostatic interaction and how many folds? See, let us quickly do this. So you can see that F is directly proportional to 1 upon epsilon. F क्या है? Force. Force is directly proportional to 1 by epsilon. यहाँ पे force ये दिया हुआ. It is directly proportional to 1 upon epsilon. Sir, why are you not considering other things? Because the charges are the same. Q1 same है, Q2 same है, radius भी same है, 4 pi will also be the same. The only thing that is variable over here is epsilon. So epsilon for water is 78.5 and epsilon for acetone is 20.7. And you already know that epsilon for water is 78.5 and epsilon for acetone is 20.7. I have already told you that epsilon, that means dielectric constant, it gives you an idea that how much reduction in the interaction between the two charges will be there. That means over here water has higher dielectric constant, 78.5. Therefore, it will reduce the interaction between Q1 and Q2 more. Acetone has lesser dielectric constant. So it will not be able to reduce the interaction between the two charges to that extent. Summarizing what we have said, that in water, when Q1 and Q2 will be dissolved in water, the interaction between them will be less. When Q1 and Q2 will be dissolved in acetone, the interaction between them will be more, or force of interaction will be more. So the force of interaction depends upon the dielectric constant of the solvent. Solvent की dielectric constant पे depend करता है. So if I try to solve this, then Fw upon Fa is equals to epsilon A upon epsilon W. So force in water upon force in acetone is equals to epsilon of acetone upon epsilon of water. इसी से किया है मैंने. So F is directly proportional to 1 by epsilon. तो solve कर लीजिए. If you are solving this, तो force of water upon force of acetone is equals to epsilon A 20.7, 78.5. So which one will have more electrostatic interaction? Obviously, more interaction will be seen in dielectric constant, which is less. So dielectric constant, lesser dielectric constant is present in acetone. So there will be 3.8 times more interaction in case of acetone than in case of water. Give me a thumbs up, guys. Did you understand? How many folds means how many times? कितने कितने times ज़्यादा या कम है? Aditi, did you understand? How many times? अब कुछ questions और जो अलग अलग एग्जाम में आए हुए हैं, let us quickly do this. जल्दी से मुझे बताते चलिए what should be the answer of the MCQs that I am showing you. तो सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन मुझे ये बताइए कि which of the following statements about the property of water is correct? It has low dielectric constant. It forms hydrophobic bonds with itself. It has disordered structure. It is a dipole with negative end at the oxygen atom. What should be the answer of this question? Yes, very good. Good. Obviously, it is having a dipole like structure. Oxygen has the negative end. तो ये क्वेश्चन बन गया. The correct answer is D over here. So I am writing down the answers over here. D. Next question. Arrange the following molecules in increasing polarity. कौन सबसे ज्यादा पोलर होगा, कौन कम पोलर होगा, इसके बारे में बताना है. You have to write it down. ये लिखना पड़ेगा, ठीक है ना. you, this is a sequence type of question, sequence type of question है, तो लिखना पड़ेगा. जल्दी से बताइए. बहुत सारे लोग बी सी डी ए बोल रहे हैं. नो, सबसे ज्यादा पोलैरिटी होगी यहाँ पे वाटर की. वाटर हैज अ बेंट स्ट्रक्चर. सी सबसे ज्यादा पोलर होगा, देन बी होगा, देन आपका ए होगा ऑक्सीजन, एक मिनट, CO2 होगा एंड देन ऑक्सीजन होगा. ए होगा एंड देन ऑक्सीजन होगा, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट. यस, तो सी H2O इज द मोस्ट पोलर, उसके बाद HCl होगा एंड इसके बाद आपकी पोलैरिटी होगी डी की एंड लास्ट में होगा ऑक्सीजन. बहुत सारे लोग दे आर गेटिंग कंफ्यूज बिटवीन HCl एंड H2O. द HCl के बीच में इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी डिफरेंस इज 0.96. H एंड O के बीच में डिफरेंस इज 1.24 एंड हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन के बीच में द स्ट्रक्चर दैट इज सीन इज बेंट स्ट्रक्चर. इसकी वजह से भी polarity becomes more. Therefore, H2O has a more polar nature than HCl. Give me a thumbs up. Did you understand my point? I would be giving you the polarity values as we move forward. ठीक है ना? I would be giving you the exact polarity values as we move forward. This was a question just to uh, give you an idea of what type of questions can be asked. So don't worry. I would be giving you the polarity values. Okay. Next question that can be asked is, if a dielectric constant of solvent A is 80 and solvent B is 20, the electrostatic interaction between these two ions in solvent B is. This is just a similar question that I had asked you a little while ago between water and acetone. इसको solve करके बताइए what should be the correct answer. जल्दी बताइए, we are already ahead of time. Yes. So you already know which one will be having the force of electrostatic interaction will be more in which solvent. The solvent that is having lesser dielectric constant. So if I try and solve this, the dielectric constant of solvent A, so Fa upon Fb is equals to epsilon B upon epsilon A. This is how we can solve it. So force of interaction Fa upon Fb is equals to epsilon B 20 upon 80. So if you solve this out, force it. That means force in the electrostatic interaction between two ions in solvent B. So Fb is equals to 4Fa. That means 4 times of Fa. So 4 times in A. Option B हो गया. Which bond is not formed through electron sharing? ये आंसर बताइए. इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयरिंग से कौन सा बॉन्ड नहीं बनता? Which bond is not formed due to electron sharing? Obviously इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयरिंग में बाकी सारे मैंने बताए थे, पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड, ग्लाइकोसिडिक बॉन्ड, फॉस्फोडाइस्टर बॉन्ड, these are all examples of covalent bond. But ionic bond is not due to sharing, it is due to complete transfer. Do you recall this or not? याद आ रहा है बच्चों? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? This is a question that has been asked in your examination. तो just think कि जितना हमने पढ़ा है, we have just studied a small portion and उस पे what type of questions can be asked in your examination. So ionic bond is the answer to this question D. Last question that I would want to ask you, second last question. Which interaction contributes most significantly to stabilization of DNA in aqueous solution? However, I have not taught this, but still I want you to try and attempt it. I haven't taught this, मैंने भी पढ़ाया नहीं है, but this is just a general question. So DNA, how it is stabilized in water? DNA पानी में stabilize कैसे रहता है? सोच के बताइए जल्दी से. So the correct answer over here is C. Hydrogen bonding between the complementary bases. जो complementary bases होते हैं उनके बीच में there is a hydrogen bonding. We would be talking about this when we talk about the nucleotides. अभी तो इसके बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे. But just it was a question that I wanted to ask you. Electronegativity difference between atom X and Y is very high. What should be the correct answer? Electronegativity difference between X and Y is very high. So I told you when the electronegativity difference is very high between X and Y is very high, complete sharing, complete electron sharing, sharing का तो बात ही नहीं होता. We cannot talk about sharing because if the sharing is there, then obviously when the electron difference is very high, then we have said that ionic bonds can be formed. Partial charge development, again partial charge development is a characteristic feature of covalent bonds. Complete charge separation, yes, complete charge separation यहाँ पे हो सकता है because sodium and chloride Na plus Cl minus, ये बात थी. जब sharing की बात की जाती है, it is a covalent bond. Partial charge development, again partial charge covalent bond. Complete charge separation, this is ionic bond. Delocalization of electrons, इसके बारे में भी हमने कुछ पढ़ा नहीं है. Next, water is an excellent solvent because we have just talked about this. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले पढ़ा था. Water is an excellent solvent because correct. It possesses very high dielectric constant. Let me just quickly explain it to you. B option is correct. जब पानी में when you are using NaCl or let us say glucose or anything or I mean whatever dissolves in water, what happens is water इन दोनों को सेपरेट करने के लिए because water is having a dielectric constant, high dielectric constant, water will come in between these ions and separate them. So water will now start interacting with the sodium and chlorine separately. They will not, or water will not allow them to interact. that is the property of water, because it is having very high dielectric constant. So it will reduce the force between the two ions. दो ions के बीच के interaction को घटा देता है. It will reduce the interaction between the two ions. This is the characteristic feature of water, and this is because it is having a very high dielectric constant. So this was all from my side. I hope you enjoyed today's lecture. Did you all understand? Is my speed nice? Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say, and are you able to relate with the speed that I'm maintaining? So I might have spoken some words in Hindi. Many of the students are from South India, so I'll try to be more focused on English from next classes. If you have any questions, obviously you can ask me. And if you do not have any question, you can leave the class. Thank you so much. And we will again join tomorrow at the same time. Have a good day.